All right, so I want to talk 200 now because we got Lyles and Bednarek. I feel like those are the two guys. Knighton hasn't competed that much because of his suspension, or in, you know, he's back, but he's only run what 19.7. Those two guys were well ahead of him at the trials. Like, how close of a battle is that? Do you think this is definitely Noah's? He's the clear favorite, or do you think this is going to be a real battle between these two guys for gold in the two?
No, I think it's a real battle. I think Noah has the ability to pull away from Kenny a little bit. The ability, but that assumes that Kenny's not going to improve anymore. I think that 200-meter matchup with Noah Lyles and Bednarek is very interesting. That is, and here's why. It's not just because Noah basically ran down Kenny and beat him by half a step. What if Kenny finishes ahead of Noah in the 100? To me, it's always the psychological. Because if Noah shows up to the 200, having won the 100, you can forget it. He's not losing. But if he hasn't won the 100, suppose Thompson wins. Suppose Noah gets a bad start. Maybe he's bronze. Maybe he doesn't medal. Could happen. It's 100. And now he's in the 200. And now Kenny's looking at him like, yeah, got you exactly where I want him. Yeah. I do think that it's a little easier to pick the 200 because I think really Bednarek and Noah have separated themselves from everybody else. But no, that's Noah has his hands full in everything he is going to step on the track in Paris. 4x1, everything.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Someone on this podcast has famously predicted that Noah Lyles would never win a gold medal, and Michael Johnson about lost it when that was me. I did that, and but my thought process in 2021, it was just like I didn't realize that was an aberration. 2021, I thought, okay, Noah's past his peak, and we've got these young guys, Tebogo, Knighton, etc. I didn't realize Noah was going to come back and be better than ever, but I was viewing the 200 even now. I was just like, I thought you were going to say it's just a done deal. I mean, there's a betting expert, and he's had John and I come up with our own odds for all these events. And I haven't talked about it with John, but I had Lyles winning like 90% of the time or 85% of the time. You're saying no, that's too high. So that's making me feel.
Oh yeah. If you ask me to give you the odds that Noah wins in Paris in the 200, I would say, because you can't disrespect Kenny. You can't disrespect what Kenny's done. Kenny has one loss by a half a step at 200 meters this year, and it's to the three-time world champion American record holder. I don't. I tell young analysts you have to trust your eyes, but the secondary thing to trusting your eyes on who looks the best is what's past is prologue. What has this person done in the past at championships? And that's why when everybody's like, oh, Bednarek's going to get him at the Olympic trials, I'm like, I said it on the broadcast. I said, I'm not ready to bet against Noah yet. I'm still not ready to bet against him. But I understand that, hey, this is track and field. And if you lost by half a step, suppose, he improves half a step better than you in Paris. I'm not as dismissive with people who, oh, Noah's going to win. Why? Because he's always won. Well, that didn't happen in 2021, did it?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't have the eyes to analyze the form. I look at the stats, and he's 11-1 a lifetime against Bednarek. But you pointed out that one was a big one.
Well, exactly. And Bednarek beat him at the Olympics the last time. Exactly.
And I was kind of thinking about the 100. I mean, once the big history, if he does lose that, or if he gets hurt in the 100, it puts a lot of pressure on that 200.
Exactly. And you always, if you're doubling, take it from me as somebody who doubled. When you're doubling, that 100 drains you. The physical part of what the 100 does to you is one thing. It drains you emotionally because if you've won, it's like, yay, and you have to go through all of that. But if you've lost, and God knows I have enough silver and bronze, it's this, I just missed. And you go into the 200 with these pangs of like, damn it, I got it wrong in the 100. I have to get it right. So it gives you an added pressure that a lot of people who are just sitting waiting for the 200 don't have. Remember that when Sharika Jackson has to double back and meet arrested Gabby Thomas.
And what about Knighton? I mean, he's barely raced, but he ran 19.4 in his first race of the year a couple years ago. So does he have any shot? Like, is racing a lot important? Like, should we expect a big improvement, or?
I don't I am not opposed to putting Knighton on the podium. I think he has an outside chance of being on the podium. I don't like his racing. Like I watched the Florida race. I'm like, what are you doing? What is that start? I don't like my look. I'm a 200 guy who ran the 100, so I like to see my 200 run a certain way. And I don't like how Knighton looks. But look, the guy ran 19.4. Do I have him winning? No. I don't think he gets. I just don't think that his season and the build up to his season puts him ahead of Noah or puts him ahead of Kenny. That means the highest I have him finishing is bronze, and bronze is not just a walkover because you have other guys, you have the grass, you have other guys who are running well. So, I don't have Knighton winning. I just don't. But could he be on the podium? Sure.
But in terms of highest lifetime potential, I mean, he was faster than Bolt at the same age. Like, is that still there, or is this just?
Oh yeah, no question, no question. He does things instinctively. The first time I saw him run when he was still in high school, I just looked at him and I went, "Look at that freaking turn." And I think I said it on a broadcast. I said, "Look, you don't teach somebody how to run the turn like that. You can enhance what's already there." He is a phenomenal turn runner who, look, I'm surprised they haven't appealed this case. And I thought about it and I went, who's fourth place again? Oh, that's right, Christian Coleman. That would be funny because I know that's not like his favorite race ever. I think Knighton long term will be fine. I just don't. I can't see him winning this year. I think he'd do well to medal this year, given the way he sees it.
Okay. Moving to the 400, who's your favorite?